Spins around. Koloko there. Vucevic lays it up and in. Barnes spots up. Doesn't go. And Vucevic comes away with it.
And that's okay. If they choose to go under that screen, they can pay by being a threat.
Turnover, the 6th by Chicago, but the Raptors have scored just 1 point off of the previous 5, Alvin.
And that's what happens when you start having certain turnovers, right? Biggest thing is having a dead ball turnover where you have to take the ball out, as you see with Fred, or if you do turn the ball over, you get back on defense. And we've seen the Chicago Bulls, they hustled back on defense even when they had the turnover.
Van Vliet fouled that time. Fred will head to the free throw line. 86% this season. Nick Nurse talked about even coming into tonight's game, hearing the news that Fred would be back, heard it late, and so in that situation, even that, you have no Pascal Siakam, Fred coming back in, and those game plans just, they change on the fly.
They do. It's like musical chairs. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know how you're going to get it. And I can tell you that has to be a frustrating thing for a coach and his coaching staff.
Vucevic. Dosunmu sends it back to Vucevic, and a travel and a turnover. But yeah, you've been in that situation as a player, right? It's reading, reacting, and
it's reading, reacting, and it's hard, but it's hard to get into a rhythm, right? I remember playing in some games where Vince was out, a lot of games, and we didn't know what to do. Like, we would play well and have a certain situation, but when it came down to money time and we didn't have the Vince Carter, it was just hard to identify those roles.
Something Nick said, you mentioned it, right? Here's Van Vliet. Bucket and book it. Raptors lead by 3, their largest. So one thing they'll find out, late game situations over the next 2 weeks. Here's DeRozan. Raptors have done a great job of taking it out of his hands with those doubles. That leads to a travel.
And they are not just double teams. They are aggressive double teams. They come, you see Fred VanVleet coming off the screen, opposite action, going away from the ball, forcing the Chicago Bulls to rotate, and they can't stand still and be set.
Koloko. Here's Barnes. Scotty uses the screen. Up top for Koloko and a foul. Oh, they're getting used to Koloko with, right?
I'm telling you, Matt, it's nothing like you coming off that. My mouth is watering right now because you come off a pick and roll, and if they collapse on you and leave your man wide open, you got something over the top. You got your own opportunity. You got 3 options out of that action, and Koloko is being a big-time threat.
Well, we're seeing it in the middle of the floor. You're seeing it on the side,
yes.
Right? There's so many options there, as you mentioned.
I mean, it's a luxury to have a roller. There's a luxury to have a pick and popper that can keep the floor space. So when you have that, it just makes your offense that much more dangerous.
And Vucevic has been more of a pick and popper.
Yep.
You know, you get Koloko with the pick and roll, but again, he's a rookie, and the pop is probably going to be there at some point, right?
For sure. You know, the way the Raptors, they develop players, and his work ethic is going to allow him to be a better player.
Barnes' lead. Here's DeMar, and a turnover. Rush, you rarely see that out of DeRozan, right?
You never see DeMar rush. Always cool and calm.
Koloko, under a minute to go here in the first half. Anunoby, step back. Shot short, hustling for the rebound. OG. Run. Caruso the 3. Koloko. Slight difference, game clock, shot clock.
It's right there. You're going to probably have some more elbow action.
Shot doesn't go. And that shot